Hey guys, what's up? It's Lexi Lane on here letting you guys know that my new single Serpent drops on all streaming musical platforms September 15th. That's my bacon right now. What's yours?
Hey bud,
What's up?
guess what time it is?
Fall.
Yes. You know what that means? That means that the trees are shedding their leaves.
Indeed, indeed. You know what does not shed leaves automatically?
Chesticles, testicles, and cheeks.
Right. So it is time for some fresh ball fall action.
Yeah.
My friends.
Manscaped, the Lawnmower 4.0, featuring their patented skin-safe technology.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, if you're not using Manscaped yet, what are you waiting for? Come on.
And what do your balls look like? Ooh.
Right? It's got an LED light, so if you're worried about nicking something or not being able to see, you don't have to worry, man. The lawnmower has it.
Shave in the dark.
Exactly. It's waterproof.
It is waterproof.
Go into the shower. If you don't want to make a mess outside the shower, go in the shower.
Shave in a dark shower.
Yeah, you can do that with Manscaped. If you go to manscaped.com, use the promo code BACONPOD, it'll give you 20% off and free shipping.
Free shipping.
And it's not even just for the lawnmower.
No, it's for everything. You can get the crop mops, shampoo, they have body soap, they have lotions, all kinds of things. Check it out, manscaped.com. If you can't remember the promo code, just jump over to baconsmypodcast.com and check out our sponsors page.
Always remember to clean your testicles, your chesticles, and your cheeks with Manscaped.
Yeah, man. What's your bacon?
Bacon! Bacon is my podcast! Bacon! Bacon! Bacon is my... Bacon! Bacon is my podcast! Bacon! Bacon is my...
All right, guys. Welcome to Bacon is My Podcast. He is Jimmy. I am Mike. And today, we're joined by a couple of friends of ours. Actually, I'm really excited because we've been talking about doing this with these guys for a long time.
Yes.
And I keep saying I am in we speak every day, right, Joey? Pretty much every day.
I would say so.
And
Much
you know,
to
he's
your
like-
chagrin.
he kind of goes,
like-
"Hey man, we need to get
Somewhat often.
we need to get Neon on the show." And I was like, "Yeah, dude, what's going on with the EP? What's going on with the new thing? What's going on with the new thing?"
Right.
Dude's been holding on to it for like a year.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, that's
So
not
everybody,
true. Not true, but it's fine. It's not true.
everybody, welcome the Neon Skyline to the show. Guys,
I'm gonna clap for myself. You ever
Yeah,
do
you
that
should.
before? It's good. Play bass. You'll learn to love doing this.
Guys, I'm really excited to have you on. Well, besides the fact that Joey is like one of my best friends for many years, dude. We met in 10th grade
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
before I played bass.
before he played bass.
You couldn't talk him out of it?
You ever try to have a conversation with
You were like,
Joey?
you want to play something that matters? Come on.
Yeah, no. Plus his dad's like, he's the bass guy too. He's like, he's a bass,
Yeah.
like a major bass collector as
It's
well.
genetic.
Joey's
Yeah.
also good at bass, which is a different thing.
Which is right.
That's a whole different thing than just playing bass. A lot of people play bass.
I play bass.
Right, yeah.
I
You play bass. I don't play bass. I'm terrible at bass.
Oh, see, no, I'm good at like root note bass.
Right. Yeah.
That's about it.
Me too.
But one
What I'm
might
good
call
at. That's the part I'm good at.
Joey a master basser.
One might.
Yeah.
One might.
But I do digress. But no, guys, I'm excited. I'm super excited about the EP coming out, and something that I tell Joey at least once a week is that when your EP comes out, it is for our scene here in like the Long Island area. It is going to be a literal breath of fresh air, and it's something that's different.
Yes, 100%.
It is something that people are not doing here, and if they are, they're not doing it well or at the scale that you guys are doing it. And yeah, I'm just super excited. Besides Joey being such a close friend of mine, but like, I'm excited for you guys. I'm excited for you guys to put this new EP out. I've heard it like a year ago, all in one track. But Joey doesn't like to share things with people, so
I've heard varying levels of things. I've gotten to, the cool thing is I've gotten to hear like, oh, I have this idea, and I'd get the idea, and then I'd be like, oh, I wrote a melody for this, and then it was the idea with a melody, and then it was like, oh, and now I completely threw that away and I changed it. Now there's something else in the middle of it.
That's
Then
pretty
yes.
much our writing process.
Right? Yeah, but then it's like
This is my
seeing
inner
that,
circle right here.
Yeah.
right, but seeing the end of it though, then hearing a song it's just, and remembering that whole process, it's just like, oh man, what a cool, like,
Yeah.
your process is very different than mine is, so it's been really cool, like, kind of seeing how you guys go about what you do.
Yeah.
So it's super interesting as a songwriter and as a musician also, and I love the style. I love the vibe too, and nobody's doing it.
So something that I actually don't even know, and this is not usually a route we like to take because we don't like to go, where'd you get your band name, this and that.
Right.
But Joey, where did you meet Julia?
I met Julia through Dan, our guitar player, because Dan plays with her solo project. And we were just kind of like sitting around and thinking like, I don't know who I want to sing for this project. And so I did what any creepy person would do and listen to every single thing that every one of my friends plays in and go, well, maybe one of those people sound good for this. Because it really was supposed to be no pressure, not a lot of action going on in this band, which obviously has changed greatly. And I came across her video for Wild Rose in the City, and I went, that one. And I told Dan, and Dan told her, and then like a week later, she was in the studio with us. So
yeah.
And now she gets to hang out with me. Which is awful.
But
My condolences.
Julia, how was that for you? Like when you first heard the music or heard the idea, like what was it that made you kind of go like, oh yes, I want to be a part of this project?
Yeah, so as you were saying, like I knew Dan for years prior to that, and I was already really close with him, and he's super talented. So kind of the mindset of like anything that he's going to be a part of, I trust. And I also knew their past project, and I knew that they were all really talented. So I was, immediately down to, come to a rehearsal. So Dan and I got together. He had like a little acoustic recording of our song Golden Heart.
Mm-hmm.
So I went over to his house first. We worked on it, went into rehearsal, ran it a few times, and they all just kind of turned to me like, can you do it? Are you going to do it?
Yeah.
So, and then that's pretty much it.
I think we asked you before you left that first practice.
Yeah, you did.
We're like,
Yeah.
you're gonna live here now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take care of you.
That's awesome.
That has to feel good, and it has to kind of like be a good like validation and affirmation of everything that you're doing, because you're already singer-songwriter, you're putting out music, you're already out there, hustling,
Yeah.
you're already doing it. So just to get that kind of like validation from someone else that's like, hey, I know you're doing something and you're into it, but we really want you to do this too. Like, can you?
Yeah,
do
and
this
then
too?
it immediately felt good too. So, and then as you guys were just saying, as far as like our songwriting process, we found something that worked, and that's me coming here, weekly, bi-weekly, sitting down here messing with sounds, and some days we would come up with something, and some days we wouldn't, and sometimes we would come back to ideas months later, and that's kind of how all of our music's been written, since then.
Yeah, but we definitely try to keep in mind that like even if something doesn't come out, you could still be inspired by something that maybe did happen down here, and then we have these like random sessions that are just sounds, and then we'll come back to and be like, oh, I like this one today, and then we'll do something with it.
Yeah.
So
How does that differ from like your songwriting process before this?
oh, it's different. I mean, I'd never sat down here and written a song on my own, aside from like, and Mike knows because we've played in bands together. Yeah. I'd come to you with a full song guitar riff, but that's not a whole song. Coming down here and like spending 40, 50 hours fine tuning a sub drop. and really getting down to every finite detail of a song is entirely different from how I've written anything, because it's always been you get in band room, band plays, you have song. Right. It's a lot different. It's a little weird, definitely, because I'm coming in with structures now. Yeah. She comes down here, we write structures together. then it's like we send this electronic thing to Dan. Dan goes, okay, here's your guitar back, and I add it to the session. So there's something kind of cool about it, because it with the way where technology has gone, we can now write music in different places.
Yeah.
I could have a drummer in Argentina. If he can send me back good drum tracks, we can write a song together. You know, so
Yeah.
It's different.
I mean, we have a few songs on the EP. I mean, I don't even know, actually not even a few. Starry-Eyed would probably be it as far as what was written like in the early days of the band, like in a rehearsal studio together. But even that we took into a session like a year and a half later.
Entirely.
Yeah, I mean, like, you know, the main ingredients were still there, but we really reworked it. And we kind of integrated it, you know, along the lines of how we started writing other songs. So, but yeah, I mean, pretty much everything is done outside of the studio. Like, we've only really been playing some of our new stuff
for over the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah, like in a room and really seeing how they come to life, like in an actual band setting.
Which is a lot of work to actually be able to play that live. So.
I was gonna say, how often does that happen? Like, you go into the room to like do
Every
the
week.
song now, and it's like, oh shit, how are we gonna have to do
What's
this?
missing?
What
It's
do we?
every
How do we
week
make
that
this?
happens. I walk in and I go, well, that sounds like shit. Let me
And we-
think. I have to go home and fix it.
Yeah, and we also have the conversation of like keeping stuff organic and making sure that, you know, it's really been really important to Joey and myself to make sure that we're still doing something up there. You know, it's
Right.
really
Yeah.
easy with this genre to just be like everything's on a track. But you know, okay, can we sample something, put it on a pad so we're actually physically triggering stuff and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
but it is also immensely difficult to do things without a track when you're the style of music you are and you're only 4 people. So we try to make sure that we have something that we're doing while we're up there. And yeah, it's a lot of prep work to actually make it sound good.
What goes into that process of you know, because Joey, you're mainly bass, but you also do a lot of keys and stuff like that.
Yeah,
So
playing
we're
more keys now. Yeah,
yeah.
a lot of
So
keys.
like what goes into deciphering what parts you're gonna actually play versus what parts? Is it like, oh, I can only play these chords in
No.
succession, or you're like,
no,
is
I
it
mainly
like,
only play bass synth, by the way, which is great because I can't play chords. So that rules.
Oh, okay.
I know where the notes are on the keyboard, so I can like you know, which is awesome. But
I mean,
Yeah.
we like try to plan that before we go into a rehearsal, but really the song chooses at the end of the day of what you're going to do, because he's gone in thinking that he's going to play, you know, play his keys or play his pads. And then one of our, I mean, they're all unreleased songs, I guess, at this point, but one of our new songs that we're going to be doing at our show, we were playing in a room and it just called for an actual bass part, you know? Yeah. So the song called for it, and therefore we pivot to, you know, adjust that.
yeah, trying to figure out what I'm going to play live is interesting though, because like all the new songs that are not on this EP coming out that we are also playing, I realized I gave you guys, you know, when we were coming in to go back to rehearsals, I gave the 4 songs, and I realized I only played bass on one of them. And I said, well, I don't know what to play now, so I'm going to figure this out, I guess, when we get there.
Yeah.
And that's what happened.
Nice.
So
That's
figured
awesome.
out where the bass sat and where it didn't.
Yeah.
2 of them does not have a bass guitar.
Yeah.
So,
But you could play bass on keys, so
Right.
like
yeah,
Yeah.
well, that's
it's
what
not
it
like
is.
it's
Yeah,
gonna
for
be
sure.
it's not like it's completely missing from the
No,
track.
no, the foundation's still going to be there. It's just whether or not I'm actually plucking or pressing.
Right.
Yeah. All right, quick timeout. I want to let everybody know that despite the summer being gone
Right.
and heading into the fall, does not mean that grilling season is over.
No, if you have a grill, it is always grilling season.
I feel like it's just getting started, and if you're grilling, if you're cooking, if you're doing any of that, make sure you do that with grillyourassoff.com.
Taste the freedom.
Exactly. Grill Your Ass Off is an awesome company. It is made in Texas. It is veteran owned, and they were Small Business of the Year.
Yeah, Veteran Small Business of the Year 2023, which is awesome. That's amazing.
Yeah.
They also just partnered with Sailor Jerry. Now, rum may be my personal avoid at all costs booze, but
Right.
some people really love it, and I guess I I have to admit, even at its worst, it's delicious.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And there's a new Sailor Jerry Ironsides barbecue sauce that you can check out too. And anything that you decide to get at GregoryRoussehoff.com. You want a deal? You want a special? You want some money off? Use the promo code.
Bacon. Because everything's better with bacon.
Yeah.
Right?
Hell yeah.
Come on. 10% off. Get it on all of their jerkies, all of their seasonings, all of their condiments, even their swag. Their swag is pretty sweet.
Yeah, spread some seasoning on those swags.
So definitely head over to grillyourassoff.com, use the promo code BACON for 10% off, and always remember to ask yourself one super important question.
What's your bacon?
I also like the mentality of the song is going to tell you what it needs, because I've always had that same idea when it comes to just writing in general. It's like,
Yeah.
once you start with it, the song lets you know where you got to go and where you shouldn't go. And
Yeah, I mean, like, again, in the rehearsal setting that applies, but also in our writing, it's very easy to go overboard. And we've had
Right.
that happen where we're adding, I mean, granted, we have a lot of layers and tracks to our songs, but it gets very easy to add too much.
Yeah,
And
it
then you
becomes very
start
loud and
muting channels and being like, actually, that really does not need to be there. So, it's finding that balance, in our writing as well.
do you self-edit while you're writing and leave stuff out and try and take it to a line?
Oh, yeah.
Or do you cross the line and just throw everything in and then start taking away?
No, I mean we'll start writing and I'll start adding layers and adding layers and adding layers, and sometimes it just you throw it at the wall and it'll stick. But a lot of times I'll be putting them in there and then I'll be like in the next part and be like, let's go back this way real quick because I really don't think that works, and then we'll do it as we go. Sometimes it's afterwards, sometimes it's during. It really so situational to the song. You don't know what you're gonna really how it's gonna play out until you're in that moment. You're in a pre-chorus and you realize, well, actually the verse totally doesn't work. Stop the pre-chorus. Let's go back to the verse real quick, fix it. Or you write the whole song and you go, well, all of this didn't work, so let's write a new song.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I find it like
This
it's
chorus
funny.
is a verse.
There's some people that you work with that the second they write a riff, that is the song.
That's the song.
This song is done. This song is done, and it's like,
Time to make guitar play.
hey man, like you might just you might just have written a song, but like it doesn't always all work.
Right.
And I just see too many people. I've been in a situation where somebody was like, this is it. This is everything that, and it's like, it's not. It isn't. You gotta do what's right for the song, not what's right for your ego. And that's what's really cool about like hearing your stories about the writing process and stuff like that. It seems very unselfish and very like
I mean until we're in the studio, the actual studio, when we record it, the song's never done.
Right.
Because once we get into that studio, and you guys have been there a million times, you get to the studio, that producer goes, that sucks, go fix that part. And then you go fix that part, and now it sounds better. So the song's never done until you're in the studio, and it's as hard as it is sometimes, especially, and listen, I'm so guilty of that, where it's hard for me sometimes to change a part because I'm close to it. We spend 50 hours writing a song, and then I spend 40 hours down here listening to the same 8 bars of it. And I'm so used to hearing it one way.
Right.
And then sometimes it takes the three of them coming in and being like, hey, can we do something with this? And I go, okay. And then I do it. And then it sounds better.
And sometimes it's okay to fight for a part if you have a vision of something and just have to gather everyone to get it across the finish line. But
we don't fight. We tussle.
No.
We discuss. We
and
heatedly
that's
discuss because we're passionate.
We passionately discuss.
Yeah. But even so, we're really, that's the one thing, like when we're writing, we're pretty much on the same page. Pretty much on the same page, and and even if one person's not, we get them on the same page, and we really don't let too much negativity enter that space. Yeah.
Do you think it helps when if you're not all in the same room, like when you're all in the same room, everybody's kind of hearing the same thing for the first time, and then you're all getting used to it being a certain way, and that's the whole producer idea of like, oh, you get another set of ears on this. But if you're not all in the same room, you're kind of getting that extra set of ears on it all the time.
Yeah.
Which can, I guess, could probably be bad if it's too early for the extra ears, because the idea is not done yet, so people are like, I don't get it, and you're like, no, give me time, right? But
Yeah.
do you think that's helped the writing, or do you think it doesn't really make that much of a difference?
I mean, I think it helps because I mean, usually it's, majority of the time it's Joey and I, initiating an idea or him presenting something to me, and then we'll, grow upon that. And then step 2 is usually, if our drummer hasn't gotten his hands on it, it's having Dan, our guitar player, come over, and he just sits down and he takes the song to a whole other level. So it's actually us who's having the reaction to, we actually hear it getting taken to another place just based on what he's hearing for the first time. It's actually a really, really cool process. And then we hand it to James, our drummer, and he takes our 8-bar loop that we threw in there and throws it out the window and plays something awesome. So yeah.
I mean, it's interesting because when I do send the ideas over, sometimes I get my own first reaction to it. So like last week I sent them a beat and I go, I think it might be a little too trappy for us. And it was after I sent it, I listened to it again because I'm not using this. I'm sorry for sending it.
The word "little trappy" was it was very trappy.
Aggressive trap hi-hats.
That was my message back. I said a little, cool, but wrong choice of words.
I've definitely gotten a message from Joey with a link to listen to something with then like this might be this, or this might be that, or this might be to this, or this might be to that. And then like, I'll listen to it. And by the time I get back to him about it, he's like, oh, I scrapped it.
That's not.
I did a whole other thing.
Like, that's it. Yeah. But I see, this is why I think every musician needs that. Like, you need an inner circle of people that are not in the band.
Yeah.
And you guys have actually been really, really important to this band, whether you know or not. And it's because, listen, you guys have been writing, you've been playing Craving Trains for how long now? It's over a decade, right?
Yeah.
Right. Something heavy. You've been playing with AJ for what, 20 years?
It's close, yeah.
You guys have a general idea of how you want to write, how you want to do things. This is still, I mean, we're still in infancy at this point in this band. So like, I send songs to you guys and I go, now I'm going to find out if it sucks or not. And that's why the inner circle is important.
Yeah.
Right.
You have that for people. You need to have people you trust.
Oh, dude, I send you stuff too. So.
We literally.
I remember sending you Always a No, and I was like, "Is this too dancey?"
The answer to that's always going to be a no.
You're the but
it's always a no.
I wanted that.
Yeah, I use my non-musician friends as the gauge. I'll just play it in my car and just give them as I'm driving. Give them a quick look over and see how it's going.
Yeah. I think maybe you remember, Jimmy, when we finished writing the song Slow Motion, I was still writing it, and I go, does this sound too much like Out the Window to you?
Yes, I do remember that.
And you're like, no, not at all, not even a little bit. And I was like, okay, cool, I'll keep going.
I remember that. I remember listening to it and like trying really hard to figure out where you were thinking that was. And I was like,
I think it was probably just because it was the drive and then the drums. And
right. And I was like, no way, dude.
Yeah.
And even if it did, do it anyway.
Cool.
That's awesome.
Good. Yeah. That's exactly. They have a lot of really good songs. Let's start biting
them. So you guys are gonna have your second show, right? Your second show ever.
Yep. Second show in 3 years. Yep.
Yeah. Well, hey, listen. You know what? You guys, you did your single release.
Quality over quantity.
Right.
There'll be more quantity after the show, but yeah.
Every post is in the studio working on something big for 3 years straight.
It's so large now, though, really.
But I'm really excited for, you guys are headliners. Your
national, so
your EP release show, and it is going to be really cool because it's going to be a lot of friends. I'm playing, he's playing, and it's really cool. But you also have other bands that are on there, and you have another band that's doing a single or an EP release.
EP release, Lunacy Commission. Yeah, they're dropping their EP. Nick, their bass player, is an incredibly close friend of mine, and he sent me his stuff, and I was like, man, this is fucking good. Like, I'm like, when are you putting it out? He's like, we're thinking August. I was like, why don't you wait till September and we'll do a show. We'll do a joint EP release. And he's like, okay. And we did it. And it's the EP is sick. I can't wait for you guys to hear that. It's actually
yes.
really,
I'm
really
excited
good.
to
He
hear it
recorded over at Voodoo, actually, and sounds
Okay.
pretty huge. And
Massive.
So the drums sound big.
the whole thing sounds big, actually. That's
super
a
big.
really killer
Super
sounding
big, really
record.
big.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Nice.
But
So what's
it's,
you guys are, you'll have what, 6 songs under your belt at that point, like that are out?
at
or
that
5?
show we'll have 6 songs released, but
Okay.
we'll have
Well, no, I know you got more in the.
10.
I know you got.
think we have 10
tons
originals for the show. I
Yeah.
can't believe it.
So like, yeah, you guys are gonna play some unreleased stuff and
Yeah.
whatnot. I know like you said, you've got a ton of stuff in the works and whatnot. But like, what goes into the process of picking which? Is it like just a matter of, okay, these songs are done, or
Right now,
is
yes.
it-
But
Yeah.
yeah, okay,
right now, yes. But there's definitely a little more that goes into it because we've now had 3 meetings about set list order, because now it's all about how we're actually going to make that flow, how we're going to make it work. Are we actually going to now say, so today we actually spent time, wrote 3 interludes today. So we're literally sat here all day writing interludes for the show because we want to have a show. We want people to come in and, these tickets are not particularly cheap. Sorry. But you pay for a show. I want to give you a show, I
100%.
think everybody's entitled to
Yeah,
a show.
no dead space, and just have it, have people be locked in the whole
because
time.
some bands aren't as talented as Craving Strange, so we have to do interludes
well, there,
and intro.
talent is one thing, but also being able to talk at great lengths is another
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
I'm sure they don't,
Joey and I can both talk at great lengths.
but they don't give him a microphone.
Oh.
No, they do give me a microphone. It's there. It's actually on our stage plot. It says
I was gonna say,
microphone
he
talk
spoke.
only.
I saw them. He spoke.
Oh,
He spoke.
wow.
Yeah.
Wow, you grown.
The mic on our stage plot it's on my side and it just literally says talk only.
We've had to take your mic away a few times before in bands past. So
Yeah.
I'm glad
Basically,
all
he's
grown up
free
now.
So Julia, just for future reference.
Yeah, Joey was the keyboard player. A keyboard player in FFR.
Emphasis on key. Do not pluralize.
Yes, he literally
It
played
was
a
one.
key,
It was the C.
and about 3 months into playing said keyboard, you knew exactly which key he used all the time because it one key was just shot, like just.
It was because I got trashed at Molly Bloom's and had Joe Gianni play that key for me.
Oh yes.
I couldn't do it.
Yeah, we played this like New Year's show that was 3 weeks before New Year's, and
I
they
started
did a
drinking
countdown,
before.
and they had a 1 hour of open bar.
Oh.
And
Yeah.
Joey wasn't a big drinker. He's never been a real big drinker, but
Right.
this show he decided to become a big drinker and goes, dude, you know what's really awesome? I'm like, what? Rum and Coke. Rum and Coke is really, really good. And
Remember your first one?
yeah. And well, you had more than your first one.
Yeah, my first 8, I think, in that hour.
Yeah, in an hour.
Well, it's important to, anything you do, you should do to excess first.
Right.
Did you tell them about the best Diet Coke of your life a couple weeks ago?
What?
The
You're
best,
the
Diet,
best
Coke
Diet
of your
Coke
life.
of your life?
What'd they put in it?
Oh, at your show. At the show at the warehouse.
Yeah.
That bartender put so many fruits in my Diet Coke. Blew my mind. He put an orange, a lemon, a lime, cherries, and I think there might have been another fruit in there, but like he gave it to me and I was like, oh, what a tropical paradise. And I drank it and it was incredible. It changed my life.
Wow,
Now
I didn't even know that.
I didn't know that
Now
was an
I only
option there.
drink Diet Coke if you put at least 6 to 7 fruits in it.
Yeah.
Don't
Or
put
just
any
plain,
fruits
or
in
just
any
plain
of my
Diet Coke
drinks.
will do also. But
Well, I know that Joey is a drink connoisseur.
Yes.
I turned him on to the grape watermelon
Oh, fantastic.
seltzer.
Fantastic.
That's actually
you don't-
how he
if
was.
you don't like
He turned
that,
me on.
that's
He
a
turned
you
me on to
problem.
it too. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I paid him for playing with us at the warehouse.
I didn't. Let's just say
No, he didn't ask.
I didn't
He didn't
ask.
ask.
I didn't ask. He just said, "Here, this is your payment," and I said, That's cool. Thanks for being the first band to pay me in anything. Besides
That's what we're here.
frustration.
Yeah, we didn't pay him either.
What's that?
We didn't pay him either.
Yeah.
I got paid in good times.
That's
And-
what happens.
and exposure.
I got paid in driving your van.
The biggest payment of all,
Yeah,
exposure.
it's a good thing my mortgage is only 800 exposures.
Oh man. So like after this, I know, like I said, I know that Joey and I have talked about this a lot, and he's a little bit particular about how he wants to do the presentation of the band and stuff like that. So like after this EP release show, what are we looking at? What are we looking at moving forward? I mean, the EP drops this Friday.
Yeah.
We're doing time travel.
Time travel.
Yes.
You fucking got me though. I was like, no, it's not.
What are you talking about, bro? So yeah, what's coming up? What are you gonna do? Or, I mean, like Long Island, there's only so many places to play, and
we're gonna look to play some shows maybe in Brooklyn and Manhattan as a start. We definitely want to work on
we want to play Brooklyn.
freaking Brooklyn.
I'm fucking Brooklyn. And Manhattan.
And maybe a music video somewhere down
Yeah,
the
we'd like
line
to do
as
a
well.
video. We've had a really good concept for one, and I really want to do
Before
it.
like the music was even written, we had the concept for the music video. So
Yeah, because I have attention deficit disorder, so can't think of one thing for too long.
You gotta come check out at the Long Island Sound Studios. The whole garage is now a video
Threshold,
production.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks pretty great in there.
Yeah, it is beautiful. He did an unbelievable job with that. I've seen a lot of videos and photo shoots that have been coming out of there. It's been pretty insane.
yeah.
you were telling me that the Sleeping just did one there, right?
Yeah. Yeah. They were in there a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Were they taking a nap? Because if they were,
No, but the singer was in the bathroom in his underwear, just throwing water all over himself. I was leaving the studio and the door was open and he was just there, like just underwear throwing water.
isn't the
on himself
hallway
and somebody
carpeted
else.
there?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
I was just like, hey man, looking good.
Thanks a lot, Doug.
Yeah.
Way to be.
Way to be, bud.
Team player.
So, I mean, the video. What are we like? Is it to a particular song or?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
We have the song picked. We have the concept done. I've got to storyboard it now.
Okay.
Nice.
It's going to be a concept video. It's not going to be like a live music video. It's going to be like shitty and 80s.
That's our tagline.
That's pretty much it.
Yep.
All right.
If you type in keyword shitty 80s, our band is going to pop up.
Absolutely.
That's what we're
The
hoping
Neon
for.
Skyline does Mr. Roboto. That's what it's going to be like, isn't it? Or Flash Gordon.
No, we're not. We're not in the ballpark yet, but it'd be nice. I admit it could be the future, honestly.
Oh, you heard it here first, folks.
I like it.
Do the future.
I'm in.
Time out.
Yeah.
Have you guys checked out baconismypodcast.com yet?
It's like the portal to everything big as my podcast. It's got episodes. It's got music.
Yeah.
It's got swag.
Yeah.
And it has a portal to all of our sponsors, our awesome sponsors like grillyourassoff.com, Drink Wild Bills, Manscaped, and, of course, Mythical Beards.
Little beards, yeah. So check it out. I mean, you can just, from one page, find so many things.
Yes.
Right? Check out our swag. Check out their swag. Get those discount codes and just, help out the show.
Exactly. And always remember to ask yourself one super important question.
What's your bacon?
Yep.
All right.
Were you reaching for your lawnmower by Manscaped?
No, we don't have that in here right now.
Yeah.
I don't keep my lawnmower in my studio. You don't
We do-
shave,
we just have the-
Why
we do have the
wouldn't
crop
you?
mops. We do have the crop mops.
you don't shave your balls in your studio.
No, yes, you do. You need to mark your territory
That's no.
Good to know.
because someone else will come in and steal your
Which,
laptop.
Julia, which seat did you pick in there?
Yeah, no, this is my seat. So you can stay away from my seat.
Yeah, Joey's like, yeah, your seat. Until you leave.
So one of my favorite things about the show that we're doing, that I just love the concept of picking a place that's not a bar. It's not like regulars to that bar coming in. Yeah, it's not a fan grab type situation. Everyone that's going to be there is there because they're there to see music, they're there to see live bands, they're there to be part of a show, and they're there to kind of like celebrate with everybody that's there about the EPs being released, or they just want to see a good show. Like, I love that idea. Like, once you get out of that type of situation, how do you guys see like fostering that connection, bringing fans and everything? You're playing Brooklyn, you play the city. Those are kind of difficult places to bring people to a lot.
Yeah.
So you're kind of like
I mean,
trying to create a new scene in each place.
Yeah, I mean, what's interesting is I think we have a sound that is more akin to the area. I think we're still going to be a unique band, but I think we've become a little less unique than we are out here, in the sense that, you know, there are indie bands, synth bands, stuff like that out there. It's kind of where that the breeding ground of that kind of music really is in this area, at least. You know, it's interesting. It's interesting what's going to actually happen when we get out there. And we hope it translates the same when we get out there. But we know that it's not going to really be as much about bringing our people there as it is to build a scene somewhere else.
Yeah, you don't always have to be the headliner. Just get on a good ticket and play the show. We were actually talking about this like a few days ago of kind of like what that looks like. If that means that, you know, Joey brings one less keyboard, or I bring one less keyboard or something, just to make it, you know, easy and be able to play as many shows as possible. And again, foster more of a fan base maybe out there as well. That's going to be the route moving forward.
Yeah. I mean, that and then just social media promotion. That's how you get the fan base now. It's kind of weird.
Definitely
Less organic than it used to be. You know, there's a lot of tricks and things that you need to do. You need to navigate in order to even build out a fan base. So a lot of these places don't want to even talk to you unless they know that you're going to at least have somebody there. Right. You know, they don't necessarily. It's not like here where you have to bring, you know, 50 people to play at, you know, X place, or, you know, 400 people to play at Y place. Right. You know, they want to see that you're going to at least bring somebody in, but I mean, they're really not going to talk to you if you present yourself as, can we please borrow your fans? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. What kind of draw does your bar have at on this night?
Have the natural draw there.
Yeah.
Well, you guys are the promoters. You guys should be doing the work, you know?
Yeah. Exactly. Right.
Well, your job to promote.
Well, that's what's happening with like the cover bands now too.
Yeah.
Where they're like being asked, okay, what's your draw? And they're like, wait, what do you mean? What's your draw? You're the facility, and it's like, not
anymore, fellas.
Yeah, you have saturated the market.
Right.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I've learned. Well, too much of anything isn't great. So maybe it would be nice if some venues out here, like original music again. Be nice.
Yeah, that'd be good.
It'd be sweet.
That'd be
pretty sweet.
Yeah.
But Dan plays in a very successful cover band now too. That he does, you know, that's how he makes, you know, money, because if you can't play original music, well, I don't know what money is. But you know, I've learned a lot about how cover bands work and what it's a. You know, so you know you put your best foot forward with your band, right? We have an idea of what we want to do, but they got like fucking spreadsheets. We don't have that. You know, it's a crazy business. And you know, I asked them on average, like, what do they draw? Because I'm curious. Because this is a question that these places ask. I mean, they're bringing in 900 people.
Wow,
it's insane. It's insane. You know, I saw them the other night. They were playing up a couple blocks up in Northport Village. They're unbelievable. I can't believe how good everyone in that band is. And I'm not just saying that for Dan, but everybody else in that band is on the same level as him. It's awesome. Crazy. Yeah. But,
you got I mean, I was going to say you got to be, but you don't. You know, so
no, that's why
you really don't. So it's cool that there is. You know,
that's why those.
Whenever you see any band that's like really good, like the players are really good, it doesn't really matter what they're playing. When everybody's awesome, it's kind of like, okay,
Yeah.
this is a good time. This is
You had a
this is gonna
great
be
show.
all right. Yeah.
Yeah, I that's something that and like you said, you don't necessarily have to be good to do it.
Right.
And that's what's messing things up for bands like that, where they're like, yeah, we bring 900 people, but
Yeah.
venues are like, oh wait, you don't have a draw?
Right.
It's like, well, no. Oh, then
Right,
it must
'cause
not be
those are
very
the
good.
a lot of those are the bands that are going to play smaller places on, like the Nautical Mile. You're going to play a smaller place, while you got bands like Jesse's Girl playing the fucking Garden,
Right.
which is insane. And then to play the theater.
Yeah.
Theater at the Garden sold it out. That's crazy.
Yep.
Well, I know they did
But
they
they're
did
amazing.
Paramount too.
Yeah, they play Paramount all the time. They're
Yeah.
incredible. They're all incredible musicians, every one of them. And I've seen them before. They're awesome. But and then you got the smaller guys that are, and like you said, you don't have to be good, but you're not gonna play, that. So that's why, like I said, so we are now, to bring this back into original music.
Right.
We're trying to put together a show. And that's how we're trying to present ourselves now.
Mhm.
We're trying to put together this show where it's everything is professional and people are going to view it as professional. And hopefully that'll open up some doors to us for some bigger opportunities, and hopefully get back into the swing of playing some nicer venues, really, is what we'd like to be able to do. And if the right people hear it, then the right people hear it. And, we have no control over that, but we hope they do.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So before we wrap up here, we do usually ask people again what their bacon is.
Well, yeah. There's bacon can be so many things. We talked about it earlier. We talked about how it could be a main course or a side or an appetizer. It could be all of the above. And for a lot of people would say music is their bacon. Music is that thing for, music changes hearts, changes minds, connects people. It's the thing. It's the greatest thing for a reason. It can reach across every single aisle and bring people together. But people also have, especially musicians, sometimes it can be like you're concentrating and working on it so much that
50 hours working on a sound.
Right. So that music is not that it becomes a job, but it becomes a thing that occasionally you need to shut your brain off from, so that you can come back to it with some perspective, right? So in that case, some people go for hikes. Some people get wrapped up in a terrible Netflix series. Some people play video games. Some people cook, YouTube, whatever, instructional videos, like all that kind of stuff. So for you guys, what are some things that you guys like or that you're into that kind of turns it off for you for a little bit, so you don't get too wrapped up in the rabbit hole of
Well, for me, my 9 to 5 job plus what I do here, it's all music. So mainly music there for me. But yeah, shut it off, watch some YouTube videos, maybe do some light reading. But mainly I'm just kind of always writing, whether it's something that turns into music or something that just stays in my phone, but
right.
yeah, I would say that's that's what I do outside of music, but it's still kind of music.
It's still creating. It's still
Yeah.
creative.
Yeah.
It's hard for me, I think, to say it's even still that it's not music, because that part of me is never turned off at any moment of the day. Because when I'm not writing, I'm thinking and I'm listening and I'm planning, and it's literally it's addiction for me, honestly, and it's what I need, and that's fine. It's the air in my lungs, it's my serotonin, it's everything for me. But I guess, I like to play video games, play with my dog, stuff like that. Still not garden gnome. Still didn't pivot to that. So
Yeah.
It's okay.
That's all right.
Yeah.
It
What do
was
you
a
plan?
cover up this
You know,
whole time.
but it's going to concerts, it's going to my friends' shows, stuff like that. That's what interests me. That's what I want, and I want it 24/7. I don't ever want it to stop.
Yeah, I was explaining to someone the other day as oh my God, you go to so many concerts. And I was like, I've had people ask me the question before, like family members, like, what does it feel like to play on stage? And like, unless you do it and you're comfortable and you enjoy doing it, it's like, it is a very difficult thing to, to describe to somebody.
Yeah.
But I think I pinpointed it, like when you go to see your favorite band, and for me, it's any band. It's that
She has
feeling.
a lot of favorites.
Yeah, but it's that feeling that you get when you're watching your favorite band and you're screaming the words back to them. Like that's the most similar thing that I can kind of compare it to. So for me, again, whether it's me on stage or it's something creating, like I don't mind going to 20, 30 concerts a year if I can fit it into my schedule, we
go to a lot of them.
Yeah.
Nice.
I took her to see Gojira a couple weeks ago. It was pretty sick.
What was that at Coney Island?
Yeah,
with Lorna Shore. It's
Yeah,
also
dude.
obnoxiously loud.
They are heavy as fuck
For no reason at all.
Yeah.
For just no reason.
Gojira is like just stupid heavy for, again, like you said, no reason.
I honestly think that they might be heavier than Lorna Shore, and it's for a totally different reason. I think
Yes.
the riffs are heavier. It's slower,
It's sludgier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. That's
Slow
my
heavy
bacon.
feels
Sludgy
slow heavy
riffs.
feels heavy. Yeah, sludgy riffs is a good bacon.
Yeah.
That's one of my bacons too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, have you ever wondered how you could actually help the show out? I mean, not just like listening and giving a 5-star review or buying a T-shirt or working with sponsors.
zazz.
Yeah. Are you one of those people that likes extra stuff? That likes a little bit more? Can't spell extraordinary without that little extra.
Exactly. So if you like that stuff, if you want a little bit of extra bacon, like tasting shows and cooking shows and early access to episodes, I mean, shoot, you can't get any earlier than live.
That's true.
Every week we do our discussion and drinks live for our patrons over at patreon.com/baconismypodcast.
Check it out. Check out the tiers. See what's right for you. Help us out. We love you. Thanks for being a part of it. Remember to ask yourself, what's your bacon?
Joey's got some sludgy riffs.
Oh yeah,
we've written songs to some of his sludgy
drop it to
riffs.
60 BPMs and let's see what we can do.
Lower the strap all the way down.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you can only reach the lowest string.
He's got the sludge riff face too when he does it. He does
this
the
dank face.
Yeah, there it is, right there.
Whoa. By the way, that face for anybody giving that to a musician is the ultimate compliment you can get as a musician. If you catch that face from anybody, you've done it. You're in.
Like just before the circle pit hits, you see somebody look up at the staging.
If they pair it with a cross arm,
that's right.
You've reeled them in, dude. Hook, line, and sinker.
It happens at Cravey Strange shows right before the conga line.
Yes, exactly.
We don't do circle pits at our
No.
shows. Conga line we've had breakout twice.
Yeah, that happens.
We've had that happen.
Yeah.
Joey, what video games are you playing currently? Because you mentioned video games.
I'm playing Starfield right now.
Nice.
Which is basically just... I guess if I could just rename it, it would just be Fallout 5 Lost in Space. It's basically what it is. It's Skyrim 7 Super Future Edition. But it's pretty much, that's the game. Starfield. And Horizon Forbidden West.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, I'm playing it now for the 4th time, so.
Yeah. I went through it twice. It's so good.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing. It's incredible the storytelling they can do.
Yeah.
But,
I still haven't picked up on any like the story, like the big story video games. I'm still like,
I still never
give me a
finished
Mario.
I still never
Didn't
finished
you
Cyberpunk.
play Spider-Man?
Yeah. That I have.
It's a big story game.
Yeah. I haven't completed it, but I have played it.
That's crazy.
And then I stopped, and then I don't know why I haven't gotten back to it. It's just
No, it's a good one.
life.
Yeah.
You know,
I
need to add one more bacon.
I talked to Joey for a long time about Cyberpunk, and I still haven't finished it.
Oh my fucking god, that game's so good. So fucking good. I need to add one more bacon though, and just add Trashy Reality TV. I love that shit, man.
I was gonna bring that
Fire.
up for you just because I know that's one of your things. But
Yeah. Love Island season 5 was good. You know, we're watching Down for Love right now on
I was going to bring that up too.
We're watching it. It's you want to feel every emotion you can possibly feel in your entire life. Watch that show. Man, I've never rooted harder for a group of people in my life. Oh my God, the whole show. Anytime something good happens, we're just like, yes, get him. You know, it's a great show. We love, but that's not part of Trashy Reality. That's just regular reality. But like Love Is Blind, The Ultimatum
moments, you know,
we watch that.
You need to balance out for the really trashy like Love Island ones,
like
right.
MILF Manor.
Right.
That's a real show.
It's a show.
Hold on. Let me just explain the concept because I feel like this is good for your show here. MILF Manor is a bunch of MILFs dating a group of younger guys. Right? They're not, so this is one of those, ethical quandaries here. So they're much younger, but the catch is the women is also all of their moms. So they're dating each other's moms.
Oh,
yeah, dude, it's rad. It's a rad show.
Wow.
And the twist.
What is that on
TLC?
Oh my God.
It's at the home of 90 Day Fiance, man. You know it's on TLC.
Wow.
It's garbage, yeah. I feel like you guys should have a little field day and watch that show.
Right.
It's pretty rad.
Actually, it was funny because Netflix had, how like Netflix will automatically play shit for you. So if you let it sit for like 30 seconds and walk out of the room, it comes up on your queue forever. So the
I've been watching Indian matchmaking for a few months.
There was one that it was too hot to handle or something like that. It was good,
and that's because he left the room, and it automatically put it on.
I didn't leave the room. I actually I was doing it. And then batteries dies. I was with Jen. Jen was sitting there, and now like we went to go watch something with the kids, and my Gavin's like, "What's that?" And I was like, "I don't know. I don't know what it is." But it seems like something that's up your alley with that.
It's great. It's a show about a bunch of hot idiots on an island who get penalized for having sex with each other. You get monetarily penalized if you have any physical intimacy with another islander. It's very funny.
Wait,
because they're so hot. They have not learned social interaction. So they only know physical, and they just get in trouble all the time. It's great. It's a great show.
How much do they get fined for?
Well, there's a prize of
it sounds like it's totally not a scripted.
So if you make out with somebody, you lose $3,500 from the prize. If you do other things, you could lose like tens of thousands of dollars, $50,000. I think someone got a hand job and lost $70,000. It's crazy.
Wow. Wonder if it was worth it. Usually not.
I'll tell you right now, no.
Usually
not.
Never
had
right now it wasn't.
Yeah. Wow.
Right. Maybe in like 7th grade it would have been worth
an island of expensive, sad hand jobs.
Oh man, that's
crazy show.
All right,
that's my bacon.
Nice. All right,
Trash TV.
Trash TV. See, that's what we were good. That's what we were looking for.
Yeah,
we knew we'd get there.
Look at that. You wanted to wrap up, man, but I'm telling you, reality TV keeps you talking forever.
Yes. Love reality TV. I haven't watched it in a long time.
Down for love.
I actually recently just got
not part of trash. That's just a show.
That's not trash.
Oh, that's not.
No, that's just the premise is just. I'll explain it.
Okay. Cool. We'll explain it later.
Yeah. Sweet. It's a feel good show.
Oh, okay.
But
it is definitely a feel good show.
When I explain it out loud, you're gonna be like, "Oh, I'm glad you didn't explain that on the show."
Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right, guys. Well, let everybody know where they can find Joey's favorite trash TV shows. Obviously, Discovery Plus,
TLC.
No, not Discovery Plus. You could cancel your Discovery Plus and just get HBO Max because they put everything on Discovery Plus on HBO Max.
Yes,
I know. I just found that out.
Yes, they were double dipping on me.
Yeah, I just found that out recently too. Because that was like the big thing when they first did the merger. They were like, "Oh no, there's going to be stuff that's only on Discovery Plus."
Incorrect.
And then I actually decided to look on next, and I was like, "What?"
Shark Week didn't do everything yet. Still,
Yeah, they did.
like I know it was
new
delayed.
stuff.
Like the new
new
Shark
stuff.
this year's Shark Week. Everything I don't think is up on Max yet.
It is.
Is it now?
Yeah.
I knew they were kind of like
Shark
holding
Week
back.
hosted by The Rock. Is that who hosted it this year?
No, this one was
Jason Momoa.
Jason Momoa.
What is Jason Momoa doing hosting Shark? The guy's got $1 billion. Do something else.
He's Aquaman.
He's Aquaman.
Oh,
He likes the water.
And that DC universe is about to be kaput, so he's out.
Yeah, it's
He
about
needs
time.
to figure something else out. So
It's about time.
Well, he's Fast and Furious, so I think he's all right.
God.
I think he's doing all right.
Oh, all right. Well, I forgot about that. I didn't see that movie. Not going to. But guys, let everybody know where they can find the new EP coming out this Friday.
Spotify, iTunes, Deezer, most importantly.
Yes.
Tidal.
Apple
Tidal.
Music.
Yeah, all of them. All the streaming services. You can find it. The Neon Skyline, the album is called No Really, I'm Fine. It's happy, I swear to God.
It's really good.
It is really good.
Don't let
I haven't
Joey
heard the whole thing yet, but it's really good.
don't let Joey holding on to it for a year fool you. It's really good.
February.
Yeah. It's almost
It's
a
in
year.
February.
It's a long time.
It's not a year.
All right.
You know what? It's now no one can be mad at me anymore and call me Chinese democracy. So you guys have taken the
Taking the
title,
reins.
taking the reins from Craven Strange waiting forever to release things.
Well, serves you
I
right.
get it though, man. It's got to be right.
So guys, make sure you check
Here I
out.
was complimenting him.
Yeah, there you
Here
go.
I was complimenting him.
Say what you will.
Say what you
Say
will.
what you will.
Say what you will.
Guys, go check out the Neon Skyline. If you're local, this Saturday, they're having their EP release show. By now, it's probably sold out because it's very limited amount of tickets.
Yeah, so you can't go, but look for video from it.
Yeah.
Look for footage,
But
and definitely grab the E EP.
if you're within social media reach of us, I'm sure they might be able to finagle a ticket or two.
Yeah, well, I
Maybe.
think your two lovely hosts are also playing as well.
Oh
Yes,
yeah,
yes,
yeah.
we will be
Yeah,
there.
that's you
We're
guys.
gonna be there.
We'll be there.
Yeah.
We will
He's
be
playing.
there. I'm excited.
Jimmy's playing with Craving and the Strangers.
I'm very excited.
Mike's
And
playing with the
I'm
mics.
playing with myself.
Yeah,
Mike's
Yeah.
and the mics.
Yeah. I'm gonna
Mikey
be
and the
doing
Tone Deafs.
all sorts of he's loves using that.
Mikey and the Tone Deafs.
But yeah, it'll be a good time. Great friends
Yeah. If you don't
hanging
get a
out,
ticket-
doing some stuff. What's
If
that?
you don't get a ticket, come to the after party where we're all playing again.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's right.
Yeah.
We're gonna be playing at Nostalgia at right after. What is it, like 12:30 or something?
12 to, I don't know. Well, actually, it's whatever time we
12
finish
to
packing
late.
up and get there,
Right.
because we've got a lot of gear, till
Late.
then.
Till end.
Till end.
Till end.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Till the Wii.
make sure you come and you hang out and you check out their new record because it's awesome. And check out the Neon Skyline.
Follow the Neon Skyline.
Yeah.
Share the Neon Skyline. Be a part of the Neon
Yes.
Skyline.
Yes, I agree.
And remember to ask yourselves every single day, what's that thing? Maybe it's the Neon Skyline. What's that thing that makes your life a little bit
Mine.
better?
Mine is Neon
What's that thing that makes your day a little bit better? What's that thing that makes everything a little bit more enjoyable? Guys, what do they ask themselves?
What's your bacon?
Damn right. Take one, take one. Isn't this a lot of fun?
Yeah, love doing the same thing twice.
That's all right. You know what? Neon Skyline is awesome. Glad we had them on. Glad we finally got Joey on to talk about his band.
Yeah.
Not just to hang out.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. I'm super excited for the show. That's going to be super fun coming
Yep.
up.
Yep. If you're in the New York area, the Long Island area, please hit us up. I don't know if there's going to be any tickets, but
Yeah.
we could try.
We can, yeah. If we don't have any tickets ourselves, we can contact some of the other bands and see if they have any. See what's going on. Once it's sold out, it is sold
It
out.
is
And there's
sold out.
nothing we can do though. So
Yeah.
it is going to be kind of like a cool, like once in a lifetime type event,
Yeah.
which is pretty sweet.
Yeah. And I'm excited. I'm excited for everybody to hear the music because it is really, really, really great.
Yeah,
I enjoy
definitely.
it a lot. So I meant it when I said at the beginning of the episode, this is going to be a breath of fresh air for this scene and just in general. It's great music.
Yeah,
So
it really, really is.
Yeah.
So
stay in the conversation with us. Hashtag what's your bacon, hashtag bacon is my pod. Find all of our stuff over at baconismypodcast.com, where you can find links to all of our sponsors, Drink Wild Bills, Grill Your Ass Off, Manscaped, with the discount codes and all that kind of stuff. Grab yourself some swag. We got some Bacon is my podcast, Bacon is my fashion items over there. So check that out. Take a picture. Let us know when you got one, and we will post it. We will share it. Let us know what you think of the shows. And where can they find you and all your stuff?
Me personally, at me my own self, Mike. My band is Something Heavy, at Something Heavy Music on all the socials. And coming soon, we're going to be announcing something, and it's going to be cool. I'm excited. He's just heard what we're going to be announcing, so very excited about that.
Very excited. Yeah. Find me, Jimmy G Shoes, on all the socials. My band Craving Strangers at cravingstrangers.net. You can find everything about us there and all of our links to all of our stuff. And don't forget to keep an eye out for Bacon is My Passion music. There are 3 songs out now that you can go check out on all streaming services. And we are getting ready to do some more.
We're going to play some shows.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
Yeah.
So
very exciting.
Thanks to our patrons. If you want to be a part of that squad, jump over to patreon.com/baconismypod and sign up. Sign up. It helps us out, and it's fun for everyone on there. We got all kinds of extra content, extra shows, live videos, all kinds of good stuff. Music-related, podcast-related, cooking-related.
Yeah.
Everything over there. So check it out. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you for being here. And remember, ask yourself every single day,
what's your bacon?
well, peace.